All right, today I'm going to show you how to make ramen noodles and waffles grilled cheese sandwich. The first thing that you're going to need is ramen noodles. Right here I choose to use beef flavor. You're going to need 2 slices of cheese, all American cheese, some butter, and some Eggo waffles. Right here I chose to use buttermilk Eggo waffles. Absolute goodness. All right, you're also going to need a cup of water, all right, and a pan and a strainer. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside the cheese, and I'm going to take the ramen noodles, and I'm going to pull out the seasoning pack and put the seasoning pack in the bottom. And then I'm going to take the block of ramen noodles and pour the crunchies on top. And then I'm going to put the water in here, and I'm gonna fill up this rapid ramen cooker, which I have for cooking my ramen noodles. And I'm gonna fill it up to the line. Just like that. And I'm gonna shake it around to stir up the seasoning at the bottom. And then next, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. After the ramen noodles have finished cooking, I'm gonna take my strainer and I'm gonna set it on top of this cup right here. And I'm gonna strain the ramen noodles, which are done right here. So I'm gonna take it and strain the ramen noodles to make sure all of the water is out of it. I'm just gonna let this sit up here, and I'm gonna set this to the side to allow this to cool. So I'm gonna set that to the side. Meanwhile, I'm gonna come over here, and here's my pan right here that I'm gonna be cooking the waffle sandwich in with the Eggo waffles. I'm gonna take these, and I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna take the waffles, and I'm gonna take a couple of waffles out. I'm gonna require 2 waffles. All right, and then I'm going to turn the pan on, and I'm gonna add some butter to the pan. All right, I'm gonna turn the pan on low. All right, the pan's on low, and I'm going to take some butter, spoon out a little bit, turn it on low, spoon out some butter, and put it down in here. And I'm gonna take one side of the waffle, and I'm just gonna place it right on top of the butter on low. Then I'm gonna take one slice of cheese, and I'll place this slice of cheese on this side of the waffle. Now once I have that, I'm gonna take some ramen noodles right here that I've strained, and I'm gonna take some of the ramen noodles. It's a little bit warm, so I'm gonna grab a fork, and I'm going to fork some of the ramen noodles, and I like to use the spaghetti method when picking up the ramen noodles. So I'm gonna take this and then place it a little bit on the top. Try not to put too much of the ramen noodles on top. Let me zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. All right. And then I'm going to take another slice of cheese and place this on top, just like that. And this should be cooking. You could turn it up to a medium, or not a medium, but low medium, so it's a little bit higher, and just let this cook, okay? And then I'm gonna take this side and place it on top just like this, and try to press it down a little bit. And you're gonna want this to cook, and you're gonna want it to toast on one side. So I'm gonna let it toast on this side. After a while, you're gonna keep on checking underneath to make sure that it isn't burnt and to see if it's toasting perfectly. And if something sticks to the pan, you're gonna want to kind of scrape it up to make sure it doesn't burn. So I'm gonna get that. And so when I just looked underneath, it was toasted perfectly. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take another piece of butter right here, and I'm gonna place it on top of the other waffle. And then I'm going to take the spatula and gently get underneath and flip it. As you can see, it's toasting just nicely. Just come in some so you can see it. And what I'm gonna do now with this, I'm just gonna go around here and get some of the waffle that's stuck. If you have a non-stick pan, this will probably work a little bit better for you. I'm just gonna get a little bit of that. And then remove this, and I possibly can eat some of this right here. It doesn't seem raw anymore. So I can go ahead and eat that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more butter in the pan just so I don't get any more stickation. And let this cook and toast on the other side. Take the spatula, get some more butter underneath there. And after it's toasted on the other side, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a plate, turn off the fire, and you're gonna try to get up underneath the waffle and place it on the plate. And then once you do that, place it on the plate like this. Let me zoom out a little bit. Place it on the plate. And then you'll put, if you have some syrup, I have some syrup right here. I have some syrup. I'm gonna place some syrup and put some syrup just on it like that. Absolute goodness, if you ask me. Absolute goodness.